I lived here since second grade, so when I was 7 years old, we moved here. My mom grew up here, and her father also went to high school here. So, well, I'm a director at the local fire protection district. I've been around here for a lot of fires. So, the first fire that I was here for was the Sycamore Canyon fire back in the 70s. The T fire in 2008 burned my mom's home down, as well as 200 other homes in her neighborhood. And then the Thomas fire, biggest fire in California history, just this December, burned all around us, but didn't get our home. Yeah, the weather event that led to the Thomas fire was this unprecedented series of days, absolute record-setting, longest streak of what they call sundowner, hot down canyon winds. It was extreme. And the heat was extreme, the fuel moisture levels were at record lows, relative humidities was hovering around record lows, and then a transformer blows and, you know, the whole countryside's on fire. So when the fire burns like that, it burns so hot and the plants burn around it, and it creates a waxy substance on the soil, on the topsoil, so that actually when you pour water on it, it looks like a duck's back. It doesn't want to absorb the way it normally would in soil. And so that condition, combined with the fact that there was no plants or brush or anything at all on the hillside, created an incredibly dangerous situation. There's a federal agency that comes and evaluates the watersheds and the damage that the hillside into the natural environment. And their initial kind of gut evaluation was, you know, you guys are fucked. So we went into mobilization mode. Santa Barbara County, Montecito Fire, where I'm a director, everybody pulled together and started talking about the threat level that we were experiencing. It hadn't been studied, but we all knew that it was significant and that we were seriously in trouble. And that's where the preparation started in earnest. And it went nonstop until the debris flow came, and then it's been nonstop recovery ever since. So after the debris flow happened, there was mud everywhere. We had over 2 million cubic yards of soil, millions of pounds of stone, you know, thousands of trees, houses, cars, all of it mangled together and then sent across the community through houses, around houses, everywhere. And we talked to friends who had houses that weren't destroyed but were full of mud. They had like 2 to 3 feet of mud on the floor. And as somebody who is a contractor, I know that that's not a good thing to have in your home. So one of our friends said that the insurance adjuster showed up, looked at his house and said, I can't tell if anything's wrong with it. So I'll tell you what, you dig the mud out of your house and around the perimeter of your house, and then we'll take a look. So what we're talking about is 200 cubic yards of wet mud that the insurance company told this guy to dig out on his own. And so my wife and I were sitting at the dinner table, and you know, we said, well, you know, what are they gonna do? And I said, honey, we should just go dig them out. And so we called some friends, we got on Facebook, we, you know, put it out there that we were gonna go dig the house out. And 50 people showed up and we dug the house out. And the pile of dirt outside was, you know, as tall as the home when we were done. And so the neighbors saw that and said, hey, you know, can you come do this at our house? And, you know, within 3 days, we had 40 homes signed up. And we said, well, you know, shit, we started a movement, you know. And so by the first weekend, we had about 300 people show up to dig. And when you got a small army of people out there with shovels and wheelbarrows, you can get a lot done. We've found so many items, it's unbelievable. And a lot of the things we found have been just incredibly lucky. Needle in a haystack. The woman behind me, Ann Brigade, who's operating the machine, found a little bag of wedding rings underneath a pile of mud the size of a small house. Some of the most important things aren't necessarily the jewelry though, or things like that, but found a lot of photo albums. We probably found 40 photo albums. And when your home is destroyed and there's nothing left, you know, that's a game changer for somebody. You know, what we say is when you've lost everything, if you can find anything, it's a game changer. So initially I bought shovels and some wheelbarrows and some safety equipment. But by the end of the first week, we had spent, $15,000, started getting worried. By the end of the second week, we'd spent $30,000 and we were really worried. And so we decided we were going to form a nonprofit, and people started making contributions, and then we raised a whole bunch of money because we've spent a couple $100,000 so far in the first half of this year just helping these people clean up. In every community, when something really bad happens, there are a bunch of people that are super empathetic. And what we've done is access that segment of the community, organize them, and deploy them. That's a powerful resource for any community. And so I think with what we're seeing globally and nationwide in terms of the increase in frequency and increase in severity of the storms and weather-related disasters, everybody needs to wake up and start considering how they're going to prepare themselves for a disaster, and how not just themselves, but their community, because we're all in this together. And the worse it gets, the more important it is for us to pull together and respond and recover together and get coordinated and be cooperative.